We are going to do a milking demonstration here, sponsored by the Dairy Farmers of Ontario. My name is Dawn. I am a dairy educator, and we have some people here that have been here since the beginning of the Royal. They are herds people, and they are here 24 hours a day for the duration of the Royal, and they're here primarily to take care of all the needs of the cows. So can you say hi to Chris and Hannah for me? All right. Chris is going to be doing most of the milking here with Milkshake, and we're going to show you how it's done. Now, most of you probably know that we don't milk cows by hand anymore. We use a milking machine, but there are a few steps that we have to do before we can put the milking machine on. So if you see in Chris's hand, he has what we call a teat dipper. It has a weak iodine solution in it, and what he's going to do is he's going to dip the cow's teats in that iodine solution. It acts as a disinfectant. It basically helps clean off the cow's teats, gets rid of any bacteria that may be on there. He lets it sit there for about 30 seconds, and then he grabs a towel, and what he's going to do is going to dry off all that material, all that solution off, and he's also going to squeeze the teats a little bit. We call that stripping the teats. He's going to strip a little bit of milk out of each teat to make sure that everything is in good working order. And then once that's done, we can put on the milking machine. Now this machine right here is the milking machine. It has 4 inflation tubes on it, and each one of those tubes will go on the cow's teats. Hold on a second, and let me do this, and then I'll answer your question, okay? All right. And what happens is there's a suction in there, and we're going to let you hear it. Okay, so what that tube is doing is inside it's squeezing like this. And what that does is it squeezes the cow's teats, just like we would have done if we had been milking by hand. And that suction holds it there. All right, so he's going to put one on each one of the cow's teats. And you can see the milk already coming through those clear tubes. Okay? All right, now do you guys see those numbers up there? Those numbers are telling you how much milk is coming out of the cow's teats. And that tells us how much she's going to deliver in liters. And what happens is those numbers will go up really fast and then they'll slow down. As they slow down, that tells us that there's less milk in the teats, and the milking will almost be done. Now, just before the milking's done, a red light shows up there to let us know that to do the next step. So if you guys see that red light, because my back is turned toward it, I want you to scream out loud, really loud, red light. Can you guys do that for me? All right, good. All right, so I already have a couple of questions. What are your questions, my friends? Does it hurt them? Is that the question you asked me? Does it hurt? All right, what I want you to do is everybody give me a thumbs down, and I want you to take your other hand and I want you to squeeze your thumb gently. So the cow is going to feel a pressure, but she's not going to feel any pain. Do you think if it hurt, would she like to get milked all the time? No, so we want to make sure that it's as pain-free as possible. So there's a squeezing, but it doesn't hurt her at all right? Now, what happens is milk will go through this machine, and then there's a series of pipes in this area here. This is called the milk house. And we have a milk house in all our barns, and the milk house houses a bulk tank. You see that silver tank in there? That tank is like a big refrigerator, because when the milk comes out of the cow, it comes out at body temperature, and we cool the milk down to keep it fresh. Now the milk only stays in that tank for about a day. Usually every other day we have a milk truck come to the farm, and the milk truck picks the milk up and it takes it to the next place. Anybody know where it goes where it goes when it leaves the milk dairy? Where does it go? To where? No, it doesn't go to a bucket. It goes into the milk. It goes into that big tank. We don't use buckets anymore. So we don't use buckets. Milk truck comes, picks it up, and where does it go? It goes where? It goes to the dairy, which is a processing center, and that's where they package the milk. They'll test it to make sure it's okay. They'll pasteurize it and homogenize it, and then it goes to the grocery store. Now, how long do you think that takes? Give me in days. How long do you think? Let me see. Show of hands. How many days do you think that takes? I got a 2. I got some 5s. I got some 3s. It actually only takes 2 to 3 days. Oh, red light. Watch what happens. Watch what Chris does. Like, see, Chris didn't have to do a thing. This machine is so smart that when there's no more milk left in the cow's udder, it automatically comes off. That's really good for the cow. Now Chris has to do one more thing before milkshake can leave, and he's going to take another iodine solution, which is a different concentration. He's going to dip the cow's teats, and then she's going to be ready to go. And then she will get milked again later today. Does anybody know how many times a day we milk a cow? Anybody want to show me? I got a 3, I got a 5, I got a 4, I got a 2. We actually milk cows most times 2 times a day. Some farms milk 3 times a day. All right. Now, do you guys see all the different colors of cows we have back here? We have our black and white cows. How many of you have seen a black and white cow before? All right. The black and white cows are called Holsteins. Holstein cows are the biggest cows we have. They produce the most milk. They're also the most popular cows that we have here in Canada. Now, this young lady here, even though she's not black and white, she's also a Holstein. We call her a red and white Holstein, and she's actually mom to the tiniest little calf that you see over there. All right, and this brown cow is a Jersey cow. She's just a different breed of cow, and we have her here because she's the one that makes the chocolate milk, right? No, she doesn't make chocolate milk. But what's special about her milk is her milk has the highest butter fat content, almost 5%.